Hey, 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 what you gonna say? What's up, guys? Coming in hot, coming in late tonight, but apparently this is a great time to catch you guys because you're sitting on the couch, scrolling through the gram, scrolling through Facebook, going live on both stations. I don't know, I got a cat rolling around. I got kids everywhere, so wish me luck. Can we corral the sparkle ball? But I'm going to talk to you guys about the fats that you want to stock your pantry with. I want to answer your questions, that you have. So try to use the chat feature, and I'll try to scroll back and see those. And I want to show you kind of like all the condiments, look at all this that I got for you guys, that, can help you to kind of stock a healthier kitchen. Guys, I get it. I've been talking a lot about inflammatory oils. I've been talking a lot about PUFAs, PUFAs, not FUPAs, but PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids. I've been talking a lot about omega-6. I've been talking a lot about how just those oils are kind of rampant in our food supply, and they're not good for us. They're not good for us. They lead to a lot of health issues. And one of my goals, one of my intentions for 2021 was to not completely get rid of them, because it's impossible to not eat any PUFAs, okay? Especially omega-6 fatty acids. Because, hello, I love Chick-fil-A. I mean, if you saw my stories today, we were eating 30-count nuggets today. So, but to use less of them. So, and I love the feedback that you guys have given me in my DMs and my messages in terms of like, Amanda, wow, I didn't know what kind of, problems these were. I have Hashimoto's, I have thyroid, I've got an autoimmune disease. I didn't realize the impact. I've got heart disease. I didn't realize the impact. I posted 2 great articles that really dives deep into kind of seed oils and things like that. And I'm so surprised at how rampant they are in all the foods that I eat. So I love that you guys are reading your labels. I love that you're looking at your, the food you're eating. I'm just here to teach you. So we talked a lot about kind of the bad stuff in my last video, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. I want to talk about the good stuff. And, a lot of people were kind of messaging me about like, what about like flaxseed oil? What about like grapeseed oil? And what about sesame seed oil? And, I'm all about like keeping it really simple, okay? These are the basic healthy fats that I use in my kitchen on a daily basis, okay? I'm not cooking with like flaxseed oil, all right? A, it's expensive. B, yes, I mean, it is, it's got some omega-6s in it. But if I'm going to use like flax seeds, I'm going to use them like ground flax seeds. I'm going to use whole flax seeds. Like I'm going to get the fiber and all of that. So, not to say that those are bad for you, but like, let's keep it simple, people. Okay. So number 1, I love avocado oil. A lot of people, and girl, I'm right there with you. Like if my child's going to bake, she's probably baking a box of white cake. You're like, what do you use? If you don't use canola oil in your box of brownies, in your box of white cake, what do you use? You use avocado oil, okay? And all of your oils are 1-to-1. It's not like going from like regular flour to like almond flour where there's these big conversions. It just doesn't work like that. So this is what I use most as like an all-purpose kind of oil, avocado oil. It's got a high smoke point, very mild flavor. Like it's basically, I don't know, flavorless. Yes, I mean, it's basically flavorless. So if I need a pourable oil, I'm going to use avocado oil, okay? Number 2, I love coconut oil. It's another one I use. It can be, a little bit kind of trickier to use just because it's more of a solid fat. But here's a trick, okay? Most coconut oils come in a glass jar, all right? Coconut oil is very heat stable, okay? It's got a really high smoke point. It can go from a liquid to a solid without any oxidation, becoming rancid. So if I'm going to use coconut oil and I need it to be liquefied, I just put it in my microwave and I liquefy it. And I pour out what I need and then I put the top back on and I stick it right back in my pantry. It does not need to be refrigerated, and it will solidify again, and that's okay. Okay. So coconut oil is another really great fat. These are fats that I cook with. Okay. Butter, love butter. You know, talked a lot about butter. Did like a little reels butter, and again, like, stop using that fake butter crap. It's not good for you, okay? Margarine is not good for you. Anything that is made with soybean oil, canola oil, it's not good for you. Like, I will fight you to the death over that because I had a couple vegans come at me being like, vegan butter is good. My vegan butter is good. No, it's not. It's not good, okay? Use olive oil. Like, if you don't want to use animal, good. You do you, boo. I'm good with that. But don't use that crappy fake butter. Use olive oil, okay? That's what you want to use. So butter is good. Grass-fed butter, butter from grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised animals is going to have a higher nutritional quality, okay? It's got more CLA, which is really good for your metabolism. It helps prevent cancer. It's got more omega-3 fatty acids, which are really good for you to balance out those bad omega-6s. So this is the brand that I like the best, that I use the most. But there's actually a lot of grass-fed butters on the market now. If you don't have access to grass-fed butter, or you want something a little bit cheaper, you can do organic would be the next thing that I would choose, but it doesn't have the same nutritional profile, okay? It doesn't have the same nutritional profile. So butter, and butter's good in heat too. It's got a high smoke point. The smoke point is not as high as ghee, okay? So I love ghee. What is ghee? What the heck is ghee? So ghee is basically clarified butter. And I get a lot of people, because, you know, I try to live a dairy-free lifestyle, a cow-free lifestyle. Milk, okay? I eat the beef, I just don't drink the milk. I do more goat products, sheep products. And a lot of people are like, well, if you try to be dairy-free, then what about the butter? So when we make butter, 99% of the inflammatory properties are removed, okay? So most of the inflammation that we find in milk is the protein, okay? It's the A1 protein molecule. It's really big. It creates a lot of inflammation in the body. The body has a hard time breaking it down, versus A2 protein molecule, which is what we find in sheep and goat. And now in, I guess, genetically modified cows, they're now, you know, modifying cows to have this A2 protein molecule, which may be a good thing. I don't know, TBD. And the lactose, okay? So those are the big two inflammatory issues, you know, kind of in milk. There's a lot of other things, but so 99% of the inflammation is removed in cow fat. So actually, like, cream and butter are pretty good for you, okay? You can definitely use those, even if you're trying to omit cow dairy to reduce inflammation, okay? So I got that question a lot. So we still can use butter. And then some people are like, Amanda, I have a true, like, dairy allergy, okay? I have a true dairy allergy. Most, you know you, boo, all right? So don't be careful. But most people with even a full dairy allergy can tolerate ghee, because ghee is clarified butter. So they slowly melt it and they basically remove that 1%, okay? So again, typically if you have a dairy allergy, you have an issue with the lactose, you have an issue with the protein, you know, those are your issues and why you're allergic to dairy. And ghee kind of takes that away. So try ghee, okay? Try ghee. So I love ghee. Love butter, love avocado oil, love coconut oil. Those are the things that I cook with, all right, under high heat. If I'm going to saute, roast, or do anything like that, it's going to be one of these. Now, olive oil is, I mean, so good for you. So many unbelievable health benefits with regards to high quality olive oil, okay? There's a little controversy about the ability to cook with olive oil. I need to learn more about it, but particularly olive oil has a low smoke point, okay? And the reason why people say don't cook with olive oil is because anytime an oil starts to smoke, it becomes oxidative, okay? So oxidation is not what you want, all right? That's when it starts to become inflammatory. So every oil has like a different smoke point that you're intended to use, and you shouldn't heat olive oil over 250 degrees, all right? So that's why so many people say don't cook with olive oil, all right? Because you don't want it smoking. It's not good for you after that. So because I have all these other great oils that I can cook with, I stick with olive oil, and I use that. I will pull it out of, I'll pull my veggies out of the oven and then drizzle them with olive oil. I'll use this in my salads. We're going to talk about salad dressings and things like that. So this is what I use. So here it is, guys. Look, take a screenshot, okay? This is what you need. Like, don't complicate it, okay? Don't complicate it. Like, keep it simple. These are probably the most cost-effective oils. I mean, of course, they're not going to be as cheap as, good old canola oil or vegetable oil, because that stuff is mass produced. But with regards to healthy quality oils, this is good. Now the only one that I don't have on hand, which actually I think I threw it away because it was old, is palm oil. Okay, so palm oil is another healthy fat. The problem with palm oil is it is not sustainable. All right, most harvesting of palm oil is really impacting deforestation. Is that a word? I don't even know. The loss of our forests, okay, which is not good. All right, so there's palm oil. You want to make sure that if you are sourcing palm oil, that you're sourcing something that is from a quality producer that is well aware of the environmental impacts of palm oil. So I don't have palm oil, but a lot of people ask about palm oil. Palm oil is good. You'll see palm oil in some products. Like, for example, this had coconut. You'll see it a lot of times in peanut butter. So this has maple syrup. So this has palm oil in it, okay? So that would be good, all right? So this, like Justin's peanut butter, is simply almonds, maple sugar, palm oil, and sea salt. Like, beautiful, beautiful product, okay? So anytime that you see palm oil, avocado oil, olive oil, those are good things, okay? So let me know. I mean, tons of questions and stuff. I'm gonna have to go back and read through those at the very end, because I want to get through all this so that those of you that are like, I don't care about your questions, can move on. Okay, so let's talk about like all these like condiments. Ooh, I use this avocado oil spray a ton. I love these kind of new non-accelerant, I don't know. The ones that don't have like the propellants in them, that the chemical crap in them, like Pam, I don't want to name names, but so I love these. This is what I use the most, even just to kind of like coat my food. Ooh, this one is like leaking. It's getting all over me. So these are great to use as well. Okay, so let's talk about condiments and stuff. And, obviously we want to find products that are made with these healthy oils. We want to avoid products that are made with vegetable oil. And here's the thing. Go to the grocery store, and I meant to pick some up because I wanted to show you guys. And it almost like infuriates me. I'm going to do like a little video on it. But I couldn't believe all the heart health claims on so many canola oils and vegetable oils. Like, we know with definitive, science that those are not good for you. And the fact that they're like heart healthy, reduce your cholesterol, is just infuriating. So these are the kind of oils like vegetable, canola, sunflower. I wrote some down. Let me grab that real quick. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Sunflower, corn, soybean, cotton, those are kind of some of the worst ones. Peanut, canola are down at the bottom. I'm going to talk about high oleic sunflower oil, but I want you guys to watch out for products like this. Here you go, Instagram. Here you go, Facebook. So people know, manufacturers realize that we're on to the fact that these, highly processed inflammatory oils are bad for us. So they're making these products that, like, for example, this is like olive oil mayo. Okay, how many of you guys have picked up something like this going, oh, Amanda told me that olive oil was so much better, I'm gonna get this, okay? Okay, well then you turn it around on the back, and the very first ingredient is water. And the second ingredient is soybean oil, okay? So soybean oil, then olive oil. So yes, they did put some olive oil in it, but it's mainly soybean oil. And there's a lot of products out there that will trick you like this. So olive oil and avocado oil are the big key words right now, okay? So you'll see a lot of products, and I don't have too many examples of that, that will basically have avocado oil, olive oil on that. Turn it over and read the back. I know it's really hard to see here, but basically turn it over and make sure it doesn't have additional crappy oils, because it's just the same. You know, you're probably paying more for them to put the word olive oil on the front than you are. So here is, for example, Sir Kensington is a really great brand. Now, not all of their mayo. Let me see. Do I have the other mayo? So they have one mayo that's made with sunflower oil, and I'm not sure if it's high oleic sunflower oil. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But they also have one that's avocado oil. Okay, so this is the mayo that I will pick. Now, my favorite mayo, which I don't have actually a container of because I'm having a hard time finding it, so let me know. But it is the Chosen Foods avocado mayo. For me, I think it tastes the best. But for some reason, either you guys have bought it all because I said I loved it, or I don't know, they're not stocking it here. Primal Kitchen has an avocado mayo. And I know you guys, like, you'll look at this stuff, like this is from Costco, so it's definitely the most cost effective to buy this at Costco because it is more expensive. You can make mayo so easy, okay? So easy. All you need is some, light olive oil, an egg. I'll do a video on it. It's really simple. So if you're like, oh, I really just can't afford, to invest in this mayo, then let's make it your own, okay? Let's make it your own. It's a lot cheaper. But these ingredients are avocado oil, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, vinegar, sea salt, rosemary, boom. Like, that's good, okay? This one, avocado oil, eggs, vinegar, salt, lime juice, mustard flour, mustard extract, black pepper, lime oil, boom. Beautiful ingredients, okay? This one is, well, that's the same thing, okay? Whereas this one is, soybean oil, olive oil, eggs, modified potato starch, distilled vinegar, sugar, salt, lime juice, natural flavors, calcium, disodium. I mean, not great, okay? Not ideal, all right? So look for products that are made with olive oil, avocado oil. I love this brand is really nice. This Noble Made. They've got really good products. This has, cayenne pepper, vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, salt, tapioca. This is like a buffalo sauce. Here's like a mustard sauce. So you start to kind of find brands. They have like a carrot ginger. This carrot ginger has carrots, apple cider vinegar, tapioca starch, tahini, salt, extra virgin olive oil, ginger puree, shallots. I mean, like, these are like words that okay? So I love this brand. I love the Chosen Food brand. Let's see what this is made with. Avocado oil. Again, no other bad oils in that. Let's see here. You've got a lot of the Primal Kitchen, which is made, and again, it says made with avocado oil, but check, okay? Check in terms of make sure that they haven't added anything. Now, I know that these brands haven't because, they kind of live and die for that, but always double check them. Like, don't let them trick you, okay? So I love that. Okay, let's talk about this high oleic sunflower oil because I've had a lot of people reach out to me about that. So sunflower oil actually has, it's 70% omega-6, okay? Corn is 57% omega-6. Soybean, 54. Cottonseed, 54. Peanut, 33. Canola, 21. So actually kind of in my book, and here's the deal. Just because of the omega-6 fatty acid ratio is not the only thing that makes it unhealthy. It's also how it's produced. They add, they use hexane and they use butane and they oxidize it and they stress it and they heat it and all of that stuff is bad too. So just looking at the omega-6 profile is not the only thing that is kind of against this. But with regards to looking at that, you think, okay, well, canola oil is a better choice. Now, when we look at high oleic sunflower oil, it's processed in some way. I really don't know how, okay? But basically, what it is that it's processed in a way that now it is 82% monounsaturated fatty acids. It's 82% MUFAs versus PUFAs, okay? And that's a better profile. And only 9% omega-6 fatty acids, whereas regular sunflower seed oil is 70%. So there are a handful of products, like for example, this one from Sir Kensington. The first ingredient is high oleic sunflower oil, okay? So I'm okay with that, okay? I'm okay with that. Like, okay choice, better choice. Let's see here. Now, this one is made with sunflower oil. So I'm not crazy about that. Okay, I'm not crazy about that. I'm not sure. I would not encourage you to get that. Where's another one with the high Tessemae uses a lot of the high oleic sunflower oil. So you'll see that a lot in this product. Again, not mad about that. I like that profile better. So that's the difference between sunflower oil and high oleic sunflower oil. Okay, it's better, step in the right direction. And I thought I had another Tessemae here, but I don't. But there's actually a lot of dressings out there that don't use any oil. All right, for example, I found this fat-free balsamic vinegar, and it is balsamic vinegar, it is cider vinegar, dried onion, dried garlic, red and green peppers. It does have like gorgum and natural flavors, which Google natural flavors and you'll know all about that. Salt and sugar. So still, I mean, not perfect, but a heck of a lot better. No inflammatory oils. This is another healthy choice, is kicking it up a notch with their new kind of power dressings. And I don't think these have any oils in them. Cauliflower puree, chicory root, vinegar. Oh, it does have sunflower oil. Oh, I did not realize that. Yeah, it does. Womp womp. See what I'm talking about? They just hide it in everything. This is a really good teriyaki sauce that I love. And again, like some of this brand's teriyaki sauce doesn't cut it, doesn't meet the grade. But this one particularly does. Now, this one is not gluten-free. See, it's always something. It's always something. So here is the gluten-free version of this. So this one is not gluten-free because it's made with soy sauce. And Tamari is the gluten-free version of soy sauce. So it has soy sauce in it, which is, so basically soy sauce is water, soybeans, wheat. So they add wheat to it, salt. But otherwise, the ingredients are very nice on this. And it's only 15 calories, which a lot of teriyaki sauce. So this is the one that is actually gluten-free. So it's very similar. And it has tamari, so it doesn't have the wheat. Water, organic honey, apple cider vinegar, garlic puree, rice vinegar, ginger puree, plum juice. Oh, this is good. Oh, look. The third to last ingredient is canola oil. It's in everything. Look at that. Now, I do want to mention this, okay? So, when we look at ingredients, and I know you're like, Amanda, I cannot see that. You're dumb, okay? Ingredients are listed from most to least, okay? So, for example, it always cracks me up when you pick up an ingredient and the first ingredient is water. I mean, it has like more water than everything. It should be pretty damn cheap. So in my mind, again, because this is a lot of progress, not perfection, I'm sure there's a product out there that has no unhealthy oils. Actually, let me see if I can, this one. I think this is the gluten-free soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, and it has sugarcane, tamari, apple cider, ginger, organic. It does have sesame seed oil, so sesame seed oil is a little bit high, but it doesn't. I think that this is okay. So this is a little bit. This one would be a better one. Okay, but the fact that canola oil is down kind of at like the very bottom, in my opinion, is a step in the right direction. Okay, because there's not very much of it in there. Now, one of the things that we don't do in the United States that they do in other countries is in other countries they actually list like the percentage, so that this product has 1% canola oil. Okay, so in Europe they have much stricter guidelines, much better transparency about the food in which we are eating. Okay, and the funny thing about it is the thing that frustrates people like me and other people that are really advocating for better food labels, more food transparency, is that these manufacturers make those labels. They make the product here in the United States. They make those different labels. They abide by those stricter guidelines, and they ship healthier food over to Europe because Europeans demand it. And we wonder why Americans are so damn sick and Europeans are over there, smoking, drinking wine and eating bread and living their best life, all the things. So there's another horse. Me and my soapbox. Watch out for peanut butter, definitely, just because a lot of peanut butter does have unhealthy oils in it. So look for peanut butter that has the palm oil or no extra oils added to it. Look for peanut butter that doesn't have a lot of sugar added to it. Same thing with like pasta sauce. I talk a lot about that. I love this one. It's really expensive. I found a couple at the grocery store when I was doing like a story, like Newman's Own, which had really clean ingredients. That was so much cheaper. So again, just read the labels. But when I'm looking at this sauce, it's like tomatoes, olive oil, onion, salt, garlic, red pepper, black pepper, and oregano. Like it's very straightforward. Whereas if you grab kind of like a traditional, I don't know, like a ragu or something, it probably 100% has like canola oil or vegetable oil in it because olive oil is more expensive for sure. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, here's the peanut butter. So this is like a creamy no stir. So this just has peanuts, palm oil, a little bit of sugar, sea salt, so it's just kind of straightforward. Yeah. I have some more like really good olive oil. I brought my, OG, the ranch that I love the most. I'm actually going to share with you guys a dump ranch recipe that I've made because personally, I don't like it. What else? I mean, I've tried them all. All of the healthier ranches, they ain't Hidden Valley, okay? And somebody, you just got to have a vice, and this is my vice. So, but I have finally found a really easy dump ranch recipe. I mean, the biggest downfall is it only lasts like 4 to 5 days in your refrigerator. I don't know, maybe you could push it a little bit. I don't really understand why it only lasts 4 to 5 days. It's just mayo with crap mixed in it. Maybe you could. So that just kind of is what frustrates me. This is always readily available, but it's really good. And it's really easy to make. So I'm going to share that with you because, this is the OG. This is the one that I'm still going to be using a little. All right. What questions do you guys have? Oh my gosh. So many. I hope this is helpful, to kind of stock your refrigerator. I might have to go through and just read these and answer them. Couple of things that people put in my DMs, and I'll go through after the live video and answer your questions one by one. But can you have too many healthy fats? And yeah, you can have too much of a good thing all the time, okay? Anything in excess is not good. If you ate 100 apples, that's not good. If you ate, 100 bushels of kale, that's not good. So you can always have too much of a good thing. The way that I encourage my clients to balance out their healthy fats is to balance them out within their caloric goal, okay? At the end of the day, yes, I do feel like macro management is uber important, but calories are king, okay? At the end of the day, there is always that caloric factor that you have to take into play. So it's like you can have all the healthy fats you want as long as it fits within your caloric goals. So that's kind of how we manage it. And remember, the thing about fats is for every 1 gram of fat has 9 calories, all right? And that's why fat got such a bad rap in, in the 1960s and 70s, because we thought that weight loss and health was all about calories in versus calories out. And we do know that that's not the same. 5,000 calories of carbs and sugars is going to significantly impact your health, your weight, your body in a completely different way than, say, 5,000 calories of fats, okay? So we do know that there is a difference with that. But the bottom line is fats are more calorically dense. So you do have to be cautious of that. Whereas 1 gram of carbohydrate and 1 gram of protein only have 4 calories. So, especially when you're kind of thinking about caloric management, that can be a little bit easier. So, yay! Greta said the choice mayo is at Costco. Oh, I've looked. It's not at my Costco, but maybe they're just out. Everyone in Lexington ran to get it. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. This kind of wraps up kind of my fat series. The biggest thing that I want you guys to understand that, fat is not detrimental to your heart health. Healthy fat is not detrimental to your heart health. Low-fat diets really propelled us. Margarine got us here, okay? Fake butter got us here. SnackWells got us here. Spray butter got us here. Fat-free ranch got us here. Because all of that fake fat-free crap that we ate for decades and decades and decades, when they pulled all the fat out, they added all the carbs and sugars. So if you look at fat-free ranch, it has 5 grams of carbs and 5 grams of sugar. Whereas, this ranch has 2 grams of carbs and 0 grams of sugar. So all of that excess carbs and sugar is what's killing your heart, okay? So you gotta remember that. Healthy fats are good for you. They fill you up, they keep you full, they help you lose weight. So you should not omit them from your diets. Unhealthy fats, you should work really hard to avoid those as much as possible. And I know, it ain't easy, but we're in this together. So that's kind of my myth number 1. Don't fear fats. Next week, it's going to be all about cholesterol. And I know you guys have tons of questions about that. And that's really, where my journey started when my cholesterol was over 300. And I learned all about that. So we're going to be talking about cholesterol, triglycerides, HDLs, NMR profiles, what you should be looking for, what you should not be concerned about or overly concerned about. So lots of information coming about that. And then we're going to talk about salt, okay? Because that's another one. How I did a podcast today, and I was like, I called myself the renegade dietitian 15 years ago because I was the one telling everyone in the hospital to eat butter while all the other dietitians were telling everybody to eat spray butter and margarine and Parquet. And so I was like kind of going against the grain, and I think this whole salt thing is going to do it again. But it's okay. It's okay. All right. Good job, guys. Do you like this nighttime live stuff? I'll try to fit it in. Okay. Have an amazing Thursday night rolling into our Valentine's Day weekend. Oh my gosh, look what I just made. I just made these little yummy blueberry, they're not blueberry, they're banana. Look at these banana peanut butter muffins. Ooh, they're so yummy. I'm gonna share the recipe with you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, let me try to end all this. Oh my gosh.